Imagine facing an enemy, not just armed with sword and shield, but with eyes blazing, foaming at the mouth, and charging into battle like a wild beast that feels no pain. These were the Viking warriors so feared. Their very name still echoes with terror today. To understand the berserkers, we must step back into the Viking Age. From the 8th to the 11th century, the Vikings spread across Europe. Raiding, trading, and conquering, they were seafarers, explorers, and settlers. But among them, there were those who stood apart. A brotherhood of warriors, unlike any others. The word berserker comes from Old Norse, berserker, meaning bear shirt. Some say they wore bear skins into battle. Others claim they fought bare-chested, fearless, and untouchable. They were said to channel the spirit of wild beasts, bears, wolves, or even boars. Not ordinary soldiers, but living weapons of terror. What made them truly terrifying was their state of frenzy, the berserker rage. When it struck, their strength seemed superhuman. They roared, howled, bit their shields, and charged headlong into enemy lines. Swords and spears seemed to bounce off them. Wounds that would cripple ordinary men barely slowed them down. Witnesses claimed they became like animals, blind to fear, blind to pain. An unstoppable storm of flesh and steel. But where did this power come from? Some believed it was a gift from Odin, the god of war and wisdom. Berserkers were thought to be Odin's chosen, fighting in a trance-like state, blessed by divine fury. Others suggest rituals were involved, chants, dances, and intoxicating drinks. Some historians think hallucinogenic mushrooms or strong alcohol triggered their madness. Whatever the source, the effect was the same. A warrior who became more beast than man. In Viking armies, berserkers were both revered and feared. They were shock troops. Thrown into the thickest part of battle, enemies often broke ranks at the sight of them, while allies gave them space, wary of their uncontrollable fury. Even kings sought their loyalty. The berserkers served as elite bodyguards, a living wall of ferocity around their leaders. But their wild nature also made them dangerous. A berserker in rage could not always tell friend from foe. There are stories of them attacking comrades, destroying everything in their path. The sagas of the Vikings are filled with tales of men like Egil Skallagrimsson, a poet and warrior who was said to go berserk in battle, cutting down enemies by the dozen. In one saga, 12 berserkers defended a king's hall, holding off an army until every last one of them fell. To their enemies, they were nightmares. To their kin, they were both heroes and monsters. As Christianity spread through Scandinavia, the world of the old gods faded. The berserkers, tied so closely to pagan rituals and Odin's worship, were outlawed. By the 11th century, their cult had disappeared. Their legend never died. Today, the word berserk still carries their name. It means to lose control, to go into a frenzy. Modern stories, games, and films often draw on their myth. The unstoppable warrior, the raging beast! The soldier who fears nothing! But behind the legend were real men. Men who stood on the edge between humanity and savagery. Men who became living storms of war. So, imagine again. A battlefield, the clash of steel, and then you hear it a roar, a howl. And from the chaos charges a warrior who cannot be stopped. That was the Viking berserker. Not just a soldier, but the embodiment of fury itself.